Today I want to talk about common sense, education, the importance of research, and the importance of verifying information received on social media. Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. This is Austrian Stack. I hope you're all doing very well. I haven't uploaded any new videos for a long time now because I was very busy and didn't have time for it. But today I needed to make this video because there is so much nonsense shared in the Stacker community at the moment, and I felt the need to make this video. And as said in the intro, I want to talk about common sense, education, and the importance of verifying the information shared on social media, and the importance of research. And I want to take an example to explain how much nonsense is shared at the moment. So we all know whenever the gold prices are going up, usually the doomsday prophets are not far away, and the fearmongers as well, and all the sponsored channels that are preaching buy now or you will never ever be able to buy gold again. And then there are always people following this advice. And then you can read in the comments that people overspend, that people are in panic mode, that people went far beyond their financial abilities because somebody told them you will never ever be able to buy gold again. I started stacking long before I started with my YouTube channel. And my YouTube channel, in the meanwhile, is, I think, 7 years old. So I started stacking long before that. And even then, there were these videos of people predicting the end of everything, predicting the end of the dollar. There is still a US dollar, predicting the end of the euro. We still pay with euro here in Europe, predicting the silver squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 719, whatever. And they do not stop spreading this nonsense. And there are people still following these sponsored fear-mongering doomsday prophet channels. Yeah? Please, let me take one specific example. One of the biggest nonsense channels we have here in Europe, it's a German channel, uploaded a video that's so utterly stupid. It would take you 2 minutes and just a bit of common sense and knowledge, yeah, to understand how stupid this video is. So this guy, a self-declared expert for I don't know what, actually took Italy as example and something that's going on in Italy at the moment, to prove his conspiracy theories about the European Union wanting to take away everything from you, the plan to turn the European Union into, I don't know, a socialist regime where nobody's allowed to own anything and they come for your gold and all this nonsense we hear on sponsored channels. Yeah, I mean, the videos would be much shorter if they would just say, go to this and that shop and buy everything they have for ridiculous prices, and that's actually the message they're trying to get through. The rest is just nonsense. So they took Italy as example, and what they said on this channel is actually that Italy is just a start, then it will all the other European Union countries will follow. No, nonsense, they will not. So what happened in Italy? Italy, ever since, has a tax. Actually, you can buy gold tax-free in Italy as in all the other countries. But they have one specific thing in their law, and this is the case for forever. If you buy gold, it's always tax-free, and you can also pass on gold from one generation to the next generation. It's also fine. But in Italy, it's very important that you keep all the invoices of every single piece of gold you bought, because then it's considered declared. So this is the term they're using. And this is also one of the problems with these channels. When channels try to understand what's going on internationally, but it's one of these uneducated monolingual guys, then of course they rely on things they read somewhere, and they never go, for example, like in that case, to the homepage of the Italian Ministry of Finance, and it takes you 2 minutes there to find this law and to read it, and you know what nonsense is shared in this video, yeah? So this is the problem when uneducated people, who are also obviously not capable of doing research, share nonsense, yeah? So what's the situation in Italy? As said, you can buy gold tax-free. It has always been like that. You can pass on the gold to your kids or whatever, also tax-free. But if you don't have an invoice, so if you cannot prove where this gold is coming from, then you have a 26% tax when you sell the gold. So practically, actually in Italy, I mean, yes, of course, there are enough people privately selling gold and so on, yeah. But according to law, this would be illegal. Yeah? So if you go to a precious metal dealer, if you go to a coin shop and sell gold there, and you cannot prove the origin of the gold, so if you don't have an invoice, then according to Italian law, you would have to pay 26% taxes. It has been like that forever. And this caused some issues, yeah, because we know gold is something people pass on to the next generation. Yeah? This is something people use to preserve wealth and to freeze their buying power. And then in a lot of cases, they pass it on to their kids, to their grandkids, whatever. Also, my grandmother passed on some gold to me. And of course, she didn't have invoices. So if we would live in Italy, actually, when I wanted to sell this gold, I would have to pay 26% taxes on that, on the actual value of the gold, because I cannot prove the origin. This is the legal situation. So now a lot of people complained to the representatives and told them, look, this is a tradition in a lot of, like in Austria, like in Hungary, like in a lot of European countries, that people don't give money to the kids, and so they inherit actually gold, yeah, because it's a tradition here that we save money in gold, yeah, in this cultural region. So what they did is they complained to the representatives, and now Italy checks one thing, which is actually that they can do a one-time tax payment of 12.5%. And all the gold for which they would pay this 12.5% would then be actually legalized. So they could sell it anytime then without any further taxes, because they would get a document for it. And this would actually prove it's like proving the origin. Yes? They would get a document, and this document would make this gold then legal to sell without taxes. That's all. So actually, government is trying to find a compromise with the people. They actually more than cut this 26% tax that they would have to pay by more than 50%, and then everything would be fine. It would be like you would have an invoice for that, yeah. And this is because they have issues, you know, Italy, yeah, they have issues with mafia, they have issue with money laundering and so on, and gold is actually one of the things that was always used for money laundering as well. So what they did is, as I said, 12.5% one-time payment, and your gold is legal. Yeah? You have a document telling you this amount of gold you can sell tax-free because you paid this 12.5%. That's all. And this is just one of the examples, yeah, that's used by people to spread fear and panic and idiotic conspiracy theories. It would take you 2 minutes, yeah, to find this document on the homepage of the Ministry of Finance, of the Italian Ministry of Finance. to know that this is nonsense. If you read the comments, yeah, one of these videos from this nonsense channels has more than 40,000 views and I think 1,200 comments or something. And every second comment is, yeah, we knew it. The European Union is coming for your money. The European Union wants to turn Europe into a socialist regime, and they want to take away your rights and your freedom and everything, and they want to take away your gold because then they can control you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I really try to understand also the nonsense that's uploaded in the international community recently. And sorry, I can just call this nonsense because it would take you 2 minutes of research to understand how utterly stupid some of the messages are that are spread at the moment. Yeah? Is it good to buy gold now? Yes, of course. Does gold go up? Yes, of course. So is it good to go all in now? No, of course not. So don't listen to them. If I can give you one piece of advice, yeah, and I usually never give advice, is do not overspend. Do not listen to this nonsense. Spend according to your budget. Do not overspend. Do not go beyond your financial abilities. You need to decide what you can afford to buy. Also pay off debts first. I even saw a video, and I will not share the link because nobody should watch this nonsense. I even watched a video where a guy said, now is the time to think about going in debt, taking a loan to buy gold, because later on you can never ever buy gold or silver again. And channels spreading such messages are among the biggest channels we have in our community. And to be honest, that's not telling a good thing about our community. So please think about what channels you want to support. Think about, and I don't care what channels you support. Watch whatever you want to watch, like whatever you like, comment on whatever you want to comment. But please be very careful before you spend a single euro after watching a video. And please promise me one thing. If I ever tell you, yeah, go to your PM dealer because the PM dealer is the cheapest one in the world, and buy this coin right now because otherwise you can never ever buy this coin again, and buy it for whatever this amount of money, then please unsubscribe from my channel and block me. Yeah, if I ever do this, yeah, please do it, and also do it if I ever monetize this channel. The reason why I will never ever monetize my channel is because I don't want to become a nonsense channel. And this is actually what happens, unfortunately, in a lot of cases. Once they're monetized and once they have sponsors, they have to get the message of their sponsors through. Yeah? And this is then the independent daily nonsense broadcasts, news, blah, 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 you're receiving. Yeah? So sorry about this rant, but I need to get rid of this, yeah? Especially after this BS I heard about Italy. Yeah? And as said, there are at least 600, 700 people who think that this is a huge conspiracy against the population of Europe. Yeah? So this is what such channels do, spreading fear and panic, trying to get people into this fear of missing out mode, and trying to make their sponsors happy. Yeah? And please always have this in mind when watching videos. Sorry, I needed to get rid of this. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about these topics. And please consider subscribing to my channel. This is the only thing that keeps me motivated to run this channel because, as said, my channel is not sponsored. My channel is not monetized and will never ever be. Everything I'm saying here is actually the result of my long-lasting stacking challenge, and it's the result of my personal research. Yeah? And this is what I'm sharing here. Yeah, I'm always happy to hear opinions. If I'm completely wrong, please also tell me. I'm happy about respectful discussion. So if you think I'm wrong, then please tell me in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it. So thanks for watching. It's enough for today. Have a great day ahead and stay safe and healthy. And I hope to see you again soon. Servus.